Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at, is this the bottom in MicroStrategy that we are seeing today? Is this it? Is this it? Are we going to go up? Well, let's talk about all of that in this video through the lens of technicals. I also want to take you over Bitcoin as well in this video, even though I did a separate video on Bitcoin, but there is a correlation between MicroStrategy and Bitcoin, right? And or strategy, however you want to say it. So let's jump right into it. Once also let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Also, if you are interested in following along my portfolio that I'll be starting soon, this is a public facing portfolio that I'll start soon, a complete new portfolio technically, and you will be able to follow along. And if you are interested, you can join this free waitlist. Link to this waitlist is in the description of this video. All right, let's get back over here. So MicroStrategy, we were seeing some signs of bottom. This is bouncing off of at an important zone that I have provided to my members. And also I also mentioned to my members on the videos that I do on my Patreon that expect a potential rebound. I'm on the hourly interval right now. As we can get above this $200, and looks like we are most likely gonna have a rebound today, is what I mentioned yesterday. And first target is 207 around, and then as we push above that, it can open up the doors to 221. We are not at 221, we are at right now 212, but however, that's the direction right now. We can possibly be testing. It's just a rebound though right now. It's not overall bullish. Yes, it's not overall bullish in the structure, it's just a rebound, but we have to see a bottom for that, right? So rebounds can eventually make a bottom once we confirm an uptrend after the rebound completes itself and turns in an uptrend. Usually whenever a bottom has to form, one bounce would usually not form a bottom for you. We'll have to see a structure form here, either some uptrend and or a double bottom. It doesn't have to be a perfect double bottom, but at least that, and then we have to break the structure in an uptrend to the upside. That is nowhere to be seen yet on MicroStrategy. This is just a rebound for the day. Okay, however, what I want to point out is, as Bitcoin also is rebounding from our zone that I have been saying, $89,000 is our target, which we hit last night, and from there we are bouncing. So we hit our target on the $89,000 to the downside that I have been saying, and then we are rebounding. Check the video out of Bitcoin that I have done to know more in detail on my channel, how to read the Bitcoin's price action. But the reason I want to show you Bitcoin here is, guys, because as a strategy is adding more and more Bitcoin per share, I'm not saying that this just makes strategy to go up forever to stratosphere. No, what I'm saying is that it increases the reactivity in strategy stock price itself, regardless of the buying and selling by the institutional retail investors on strategy stock itself or share itself. Any reactivity, the more, because there are just more Bitcoins per share, the value per share of strategy contains more Bitcoin. It just gonna add more reactivity to the strategy itself. Yes, sure, they can liquidate through the offerings, raise more money, but it will, as long as there is a good balance, there will be more reactivity expected in the share price. Now today I do see that strategy is a little bit getting ahead of Bitcoin, which is okay. It doesn't have to be following correlation 1-to-1, because strategy itself is a share stock of its own shares as well, right? So it also is affected by individuals buying and selling, or retails or institutions, right? So anyhow, now here we are. As we continue in this rebound, where can we go all the way? So as I said, 221 and then 234, but this is just a rebound right now, and 234 will only looks like open up better if we see some double bottom formations here, but 234 is a strong resistance. For longevity of a proper uptrend, I want to see it get above 234. That's when like a structure will start to, for the longevity overall long term, will start to turn around. Right now, as I say, it's just a rebound. We are still technically in the downtrend, but hey, we'll take the rebound because rebounds can start the formation of bottom. And it's also coming at an important zone that, I've been mentioning. So having said that, let's get to the weekly interval. And we are also getting very close on the weekly interval to 200 weeks moving average. Not there yet, but we are getting very close. These are also psychological levels, but we are seeing a bounce already beforehand, so that's a good sign. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have. We definitely have lost that, the directional trend here on strategy. Let's actually do it from here, the recent ones, recent two angles, and you can see that very zone almost is also a reactivity zone for a continuation of the sell-off from there. So it's just I'm showing you where that trend lost itself, but it's no longer that important right now. The levels to watch are definitely 234 into the rebound, and if we can start to stabilize above 234, we may start to longevity on strategy start to turn around. Bitcoin will also define quite a lot, and that brings me to another point, is that there's a chatter in the market ongoing. Well, Standard Chartered says Bitcoin sell-off likely over, eyes a year-end rally. Bitcoin's recent correction appears to have run its course, according to Standard Chartered's head of digital assets research, Geoffrey Kendrick, who says the decline resembles earlier drawdowns of nearly identical magnitude over the past 2 years. In the Tuesday note, Kendrick said the latest drop, though faster and more painful, matches the third major sell-off in the current cycle, pointing to chart patterns showing similar percentage pullbacks. And yeah, so we'll see, how high things can continue from here. I would say that it will still take most likely this whole week if the bottom has to form. We'll have to continue to see confirmation of bottom formations this whole week. Once we have a strong foundational base and we break to the upside, that's what will give us a confirmed confirmation that okay, the bottom is in. Right now it's just a rebound both on MicroStrategy and also on the Bitcoin. So just take it as as a rebound only. But as I'm saying, this more Bitcoin strategy has, even though they buy blindly, which I'm not a big fan of, but the more they have, and if there's no guarantee, and if Bitcoin continues to go up, it's just going to add more reactivity as well in the price action of strategy, because it just has more Bitcoins per share, right? Okay, as long as the offerings or share liquidations on strategy to raise debt or pay debt is not high, right? So because that also then affects, right? So okay, that's all I had for you guys in this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.